Born in 1913 in California, Richard Milhouse Nixon had it hard due to his family's poverty. Nonetheless, he told his mother once, and I quote, "I would like to become a lawyer, an honest lawyer, who can't be bought by the crooks." Like most others, he attended in high school, where he already put to show his gift in debating, and graduated. However, poverty wasn't the only awfulness Nixon had to cope with, as his older brother he admired so much died from tuberculosis. Certainly, that has devastated him, yet he still didn't hold loose of his words and has attended at Whittier College and Duke University, where he graduated brilliantly. Now he can practice law. In 1940, he even married his wife, with whom he had 2 children. But World War II was around the corner, so Nixon served as a Navy lieutenant, commander in the Pacific. Upon leaving the service, he was elected to Congress from his California district. 2 years later, General Eisenhower selected Nixon to be his running mate. In 1960, it was finally time. He ran for president against Kennedy, though Nixon's outlook wasn't too inspiring. Despite his defeat against Kennedy, he won in 1968 against Humphrey, and won in the next election as well, in a landslide. However, there was the famous Watergate scandal, which made him resign from office only 2 years later. And he died in 1994. The end.
May God's grace be with you in all the days ahead.
But what if not? What if things went out differently? What if Nixon never became president in the first place? What if he didn't run for president against Humphrey, but unsuccessfully against the actor James Dean? And what if Nixon hasn't been sent to his maker, but became him? Well, in our infinite multiverses, somewhere certainly there's a reality. So buckle up, late bees and germs. This one's monumental. Well, before the election, Dean had other plans and has invited Nixon to a race at a track instead. Not gonna lie, that's purely based. And that made Nixon be friends with Dean. Even after Dean's victory, Dean and Nixon remained friends and kept the race tradition. Even after, the Great Siren Disaster, where population of America were rendered deaf, and the eventual rising of Mace has gotten to the leading company in technology. Yes, even then they remained close. See, in the Deanverse, that's what it's called, most American monuments are hiding something. Whether it's living statues, special trees, or a conscious organism like the island of Alcatraz, which in 2020 had completely mimicked the entirety of the United States on a subatomic level, including people. Though their close friendships seem to be decayed after the Great Division, an event caused by 2 entities made up of infinite power, which set the Deanverse into its destructions at the hand of a planet-sized serpent that is George Washington. Take that, Araki! No longer you're the king of what the fuckness. The horned serpent merged the entire universe with Wonderland, which is a dimension filled with an infinite amount of special trees that are capable of sending people to alternate realities. You see where this is going. Now, that Alcatraz entity, in order to survive, turned into Nixon. And so the Alcatraz matter endured the explosion until the Great Division occurred, and throughout that became one with the Horned Serpent and gained the powers of the special trees. Then Nixon was sent into another reality where he landed on the moon. Trying to see if he can fit in this world, he tested that humanity via free extensions of himself he created to see how welcomed superhumans are. These are the Sun, the Knight, and the Queen. Fuck! This has gotten so complicated to destroy his head. Yeah, Manhattan will battle that thing one day, so stay tuned. Who's gonna clean us up?